Welcome back to A Road From Nothing, a series where we restart from scratch on TCGL and try and improve our deck building and gameplay. Today, I built Dragapult. I had to use a few of the crafting materials to get extra cards like Crispin, two more Dragcloak. I think that might be it, honestly, but we're just under the number that you need to craft an ace spec, which is 600. So we'll be rocking with the sparkling crystal today because we have access to it, and we don't have access to unfair stamp, which I think might be better in Dragapult, especially in certain matchups. But hey, you know, sometimes you can play a little bit more aggressive with the crystal anyway. All right, we found a game. I'm so low on the ladder. I can't play consistently, only when I have free time, which is very rarely these days. And, oh no, I guess we'll see what happens. But I did actually go ahead and buy some new sleeves and a coin. We'll let them go first. Just because I was getting sick of seeing the Sylveon and Eevee Lucian stuff, and, you know... Oh, I didn't buy sleeves. I bought a deck box. That's what it was. I'm just rolling with the bare unsleeved deck because they're not real cards, and I think the back of Pokemon cards look nice, so hey, it is what it is. So we don't have a bad start. It's not a fantastic one though. We got Buddy Poffin, so that means we can get out more Dreepy slash Dusknoir. We gotta see what they're playing first to effectively decide what we're going to be grabbing, but I don't even know if they're playing. So, we might be just be getting... Oh, there we go. So we might be getting a free win. That would be cool. Alright, so this is the... probably Greninja Froslass deck. I don't think Snorunt is played in just about anything else. I know that there is some new list out there that has Froslass, but I don't know exactly what it is. But if we're playing on the ladder, I'm just going to go ahead and assume it's Greninja. So. Oh, I think it might be something with Munkidori's, and then you can move the damage around. It's a cool concept. Let's go ahead and use Artisan first and foremost. Before we do anything else, see what's in the deck. Alright, so basically all of our basics are in there. Yeah, all of our basic Pokemon are in the deck, so that's good. And then our 1/1 line of Dusclops, Dusknoir is as well. It looks like we prized one Dracloak, which is fine. Other than that, 3 Crispin are in there. Count our energy. We have all of our energy, and we have our ace spec. It looks like we don't have access to TM Evolution, though, which is kind of a bummer. But why don't we go ahead and grab Munkidori with the Artisan, because it's just easier to grab that way. And we can go ahead and, honestly, I'm content with just grabbing these and attach passing. Don't think that they're going to be able to knock us out. And we have the evolution into Dracloak next turn, which might actually be able to find us the Dragapult, so we could rare candy the active, then Iono, possibly win the game, because we can take out the Snorunt with a Snipe. It looks like they're going to be able to get more Pokemon in play, though, to stop that. We're going to see Badoo. So if they do retreat into Badoo here, I'm not, like, worried about it. We can go around it. It looks like it is this Munkidori build. So that's interesting. I was going to say they didn't attach, so I'm a little confused. But what is that? Is that just a Luminous Energy? Okay, so we're going to get item locked. Not a big deal. They will be taking damage on their Munkidori, so we got to be careful about that. But really, just not a super big deal. We can't rare candy now, so we might as well just evolve manually. And can't knock us out, so there's always that as well. I think we just honestly get another Duskull in play so we can attempt to just kind of steamroll them. I don't want to Iono because I don't want to give them a new hand. It doesn't seem like they have had like too much honestly going on there. We'll take the Buddy off in because we could do some weird stuff with it. Well, not weird stuff, but we can get more going on our bench. Support-wise, I am going to grab the Dark. We don't need the Fire Energy, and that gives me the attachment to our Munkidori, which means I can start moving damage off of us. So here's the problem, though. Essentially, if we move damage to Munkidori, it'll be able to move more back to us, which isn't great. I do want to take the 10 damage off of our Dracloak, though, because I don't want... Well, we could take out a Snow Run, actually. No, we'll hold off on that. Effectively, I just don't want... I think we're just going to end it. What I'm trying to say is, if we move too much damage around on the monkey, it can take that and push it more effectively if it's all in the same spot. But if we spread the damage around on their board, it's a little bit better for us. But they're going to be targeting our monkey, which puts more damage on us, so we can actually just straight up move that to KO like a Badoo. So it doesn't really... whatever. They're going to get a second monkey going here, though. Which is fine. Again, they're not attacking, so, like, I'm not too worried about a whole lot of things. But, yeah. So, come back to us. We're going to try and evolve both of these so we can stop taking damage. We're going to pop this so it's off the board as well. Let's go ahead and Iono so we can get some new cards going. That actually really sucks. Alright, so we'll Recon Directive. We need a Psychic Energy and we need a Dragapult. Neither of those happened. Unfortunate. Crispin, I'm going to grab just as a safety net. And we did find a Dragapult. So we can actually Jet Headbutt, which is... I would say just better than taking damage again. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and put this down over here. So if we pop this, we can take out a monkey. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to Adrenabrain. Oh, actually, you know what? I should have... No, because none of them are prized anyways. We're going to go ahead and move this to... Do I want to do that, or do I stop? I want to stop them from getting another one of these, right? I don't think we care about Badoo in this game. So we can pop this, and then we do... I think I did the math wrong. It's because I forgot I can't snipe! I'm an idiot. I can't snipe this turn. That was actually really stupid of me. That was insanely stupid of me. Oh my god. I'm so stupid. Whoops. Alright, let's grab a Dreepy. Yeah, because they can kill this now. That was so stupid. I could have taken 3 prize cards this turn. I could have 30, knockout. No. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and take this out, and then we'll take out the active. Also, having our monkey kind of messes with their like game plan a little bit too, which is nice. But yeah, no, I've been horribly misplaying this. I think I should do warm-up games before I record, just because clearly I'm just not in the right mind space when I get into these videos. But yeah, we have, unless they Iono us, which they could, we have boss, so we can at least for sure take out like a monkey, or we can target down Froslass and yeah, alright, so I think Turo's good for us to keep. I'm okay with discarding that. Leaves us with these. There's options here. So yeah, we can potentially, depending on what we can draw into here, get a double knockout on all of the Froslass stuff in general. So they'll stop getting damage put everywhere, so they can stop moving damage around. We can also Turo our Munkidori before it gets knocked out, but then we'll lose the dark energy, which isn't good. They're gonna sacrifice the dark energy, actually. Okay, that's not bad. I did discard like all of my items though, so I don't know if really going in with Voodoo here. Can I look at my... Okay. I don't know if that... Okay, so they have more health. Okay. Alright, so Monkey's gonna end up getting knocked out, so we have to move off of it. Alright, let's see what we can get going here. We just need the psychic energy, which we cannot find. Like, I want to take a double knockout. We could actually take a 3-prize knockout here. I think that's probably the way to go. I need the psychic energy. I can't find it. So this is going to go into our hand, and this will get attached here. We can go ahead and throw the fire onto this one. We're going to move the 30 damage. Honestly, to move it off of this, because they're going to target this down anyways, right? Let's force them to target this down. Alright, so we'll take the knockout on the Badoo here. I don't think... I mean, they could play, like, Lily's Clefairy, which, if that is the case... Oh, Jesus. Is that why I keep selecting ones and it keeps lowering it? Like, if they do play Lily's Clefairy, they could actually hit us for weakness, and then with the confusion, that could be, like, a big problem. I think they are pretty much forced to go for a confusion play this turn, because I'll just attack into them. Also, Iono would probably be in their best interest, but yeah, there's, you know, too many low HP Pokemon in this deck for them to deal with effectively. We misplayed horribly throughout this game, and that sucks big time for sure. But like, I don't think they've played optimally either. They are going to find the Iono. They need another dark energy, or, well, they need another energy in general. Well, anything that'll give them dark, essentially. I think Ionoing there would have been better than unfair stamping. They did retrieve the dark so they can get the knockout on the Munkidori, but that means that they can't attack with the active Munkidori, so it's basically over at this point. And they're going to choose to item lock me again? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Unfortunately for them, we do have the Psychic Energy in hand, so we can just retreat. They were looking for some kind of out. Unfortunately, there just wasn't any here. So it is what it is, but let's go ahead and retreat. No need to drag this game out any longer than it needs to be. And we will Phantom Dive for the knockout. And we'll put 6 damage over there just because, why not? Very nice. Alright, we're in another game. We actually ranked up into the next tier. We're out of Diglett, which is a little unfortunate. Like seeing the little guy. That's why we have him as our deck box now. I do not want to go first. Go ahead. They get to know what we're playing, which is kind of a bummer, but it doesn't. Alright, so Dreepy active. We have 2 Buddy Buddies. That's pretty good. We have the Crispin. All in all, like, we have things we can do on our turn, and we're going against a Roaring Moon deck. I'm curious to see what this is going to do, because I haven't seen Roaring Moon in a while, and it lost a lot of its, like, useful things. How many times did we mulligan? They have so many cards in the opening hand. Excuse me? They had 11 cards in the opening hand, so normal 7. So, we mulliganed 5 times? Jeez. Alright, well, they have a lot of things that they can do now, including still squat. Oh, jeez. Yeah, great. Awesome. We're gonna get donked because we mulliganed them into such a good opening hand. Like, that's crazy. That's so stupid. Oh my god, they got everything. Oh. God. I can't believe they would have had to work so much harder for it if they didn't have 11 cards in the opening hand. That's crazy. I feel like you shouldn't lose like any rank for getting donked. You didn't even get a chance to play. Oh man. I'm not like upset that they won. Like, that's fine, whatever. It's the fact that the game was like mulligan, mulligan, mulligan. Here's an 11 card opening hand. Have everything you need. Go ahead. Because if they had to work for it, no, not salty. I'm salty because the game was just like, ah, there you go. Everything you need. All right. I don't know what. So they're playing Zoroark. I don't know if I want to lead Dreepy or Munkidori. I think I don't want Munkidori getting hit. So I'll go with this. Oh, okay, they're playing Gardevoir. I just saw it end Zoroark. I didn't look at anything else. Alright, so this did just win. I don't know if the Drifloon was in the deck, though, was it? I think people have kind of stopped playing Drifloon. Still a good card. Still hits a lot of good numbers, but... Alright, so we'll throw down everything we have here. I don't have any way out of the active. Well, I technically have a way out of the active. I think we have to get Tatsugiri going. I should have looked over everything first, but we'll just hope it's in there. And then, do I want earthen vessel so I can at least attach an energy? Yeah, probably. Right. Or do I bring a Buddy Puff and going so I have more? We're gonna bank off of them not being able to KO Dreepy. I don't know if the Defiance Band's really going to come into play this game. Let's get rid of that for now. Grab... Looks like we prize one. We're going to have to just try and Crispin on that Dark later. I don't want to do that now. Alright, well... It's better than drawing into that. Or potentially something worse. So, if they don't knock us out, we can attract customers one more time. And then that might get us like Iono or something that we can start drawing cards. We also have to be careful though, because Zoroark's going to let them dig, and that's not particularly great for us. Because they could dig into boss and then KO or Lone Dreepy. Alright, so we do have Crispin. We gotta make sure we keep the Devolution so we can try and do a sneaky play later on. Well, of course, we drew all of our Dreepy, so there goes any hopes of thinning out with Buddy. Honestly, I should probably get another Duskull. The monkey on their side's gonna kind of ruin things. Alright, so we'll attract customers. Grab the Iono. I want to say we Crispin, and I want to say we put Psychic and a Dark here, and then just pass back. I kind of, like, locked myself here, and unfortunately I put the Rescue Stretcher on the Dreepy instead of Tatsugiri, because I could have attached energy to Dreepy and then retreated it, but I was kind of like, I wanted the energy in play, so we can try and do things, but alright, now we're going to see the Badoo. I was going to say they had an open spot, so this might have been an issue with me locking my bench up. So we really need to evolve into Dragcloaks as soon as possible, because we're going to get item locked. I don't know if Gardevoir plays boss. If it does, it probably plays the 1. And at that point, it's probably more likely that they play counter catchers, like a few. So it's really about who's going to get the first knockout here. But if we draw into some good stuff off of Iono, we could potentially just straight up take out the Munkidori, which perfectly fine with me. They have a lot of energy in the discard already, and there goes 2 more. So they're going pretty well here. We do have our own Munkidori still too. Alright, they're going to start moving damage around on us, it looks like. Well, if they do, we just free move it to Badu, so for a free knockout, so I don't know if that's the best play. Again, though, it does let them have the counter catcher at that point. As much as I really don't want to give them a prize, we might have to. Also, it doesn't really matter if I Iono them here or not, because they have cards. But we really need to see another Dragcloak off of this Dragcloak. Now that I think about it, I probably should have evolved the other one. But we'll grab the Pheasantipity just to be safe. We know that they're not playing Unfair Stamp or anything like that. Might as well track customers to thin out a little bit. Got nothing. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Venom Lock kind of sucks big time here. I almost feel like we need to... Alright, well, let's move the damage off of Tatsugiri. And we'll put it on this Ralts. Because I don't want to knock out anything that they have. We can take a multiple prize turn on the following turn. We just have to watch out for Lily's Clefairy coming down, because then Gardevoir just straight one-shots our Dragapult. But, how I'm thinking about going about this is essentially... Oh, you know what I just realized, too, is that Drifloon has a Psychic on it, and because of the rescue board, it can't put that back in the discard pile. And their Gardevoir already has 3 on it. So there's not too many left in their discard pile for them to really work with. But, yeah, so we can... well, we're anyway, so it doesn't really matter, because we can't do the Death Snore now. That sucks. And this is such a bad hand. Oh my god, this is actually useless. Alright, so if Tatsugiri makes it another turn, I guess we're just... I don't know. Okay. Well, they're going to choose to take the first knockout, so that's fine. Because they didn't item lock me, so I can get Fez into play. There's an energy. We have access to basically everything that we need. We just gotta see if we can get there, though. I'm going to say we go ahead and do this. This might be the wrong course of play, but there's more Dragapult in the deck than there is Dusknoir. And then we can go ahead and flip the script. Well, there's another draw at least. So let's go ahead and recon directive. Oh, okay. Hold up. We're getting a little spicy here. Hold up. Alright, this last recon directive's gotta be good though. Damn. That sucks. Okay, so we can evolve, take out Monkey. Counter Catcher up. I don't know. We don't even have the counter catcher. We can use boss's orders. Well, we should counter catcher because... yeah. Alright, so let's just take out Munkidori first and foremost. Don't want that thing existing. They have to dedicate a turn to playing Monkey and getting a Dark Energy. Well, you know, I opened them up to having access to Lily's Clefairy now. Let's go. Okay. I was going to say, we could get an out to this as well. So... do we get rid of these two? I think so. This is fine. Grab our Dragapult. Artisan. We'll grab a Dreepy. There's still enough to get another one going, so that's good. Then we grab the Dust Snore back, as we can candy into it. I think we would just want to take out the active. And that lets us do it. A little overkill, but it lets us get there. And that still leaves them in the prize lead, so we can use Counter Catcher and Boss's Orders, either or next turn. So yeah, we'll... how much? Yeah, so they wouldn't be able to attach another one. They'd have to attach manually, which is, they can do it. It might happen, but they can't ability to it without knocking it out. So that's fine with me. There's our other Dragapult. There's Lily's Clefairy. Again, they can definitely do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if they attach to Drifloon, they can't, because it would knock it out. So I don't think Gardevoir's ability lets that happen. So there could still be an energy for them to get, but... great reach on. Alright. So, with our hand at the current state in time, effectively what's going on here is if they knock us out, we have counter catcher to bring up either Mew or Lily Clefairy. We Arvin and we grab the crystal and we evolve and just take the knockout. So they have to Iono us here to prevent that, which they've used 3. They might not play a 4th copy. Okay, there's a 4th copy of Iono. So we could definitely lose this now. Alright. You can draw out of it, though. This is pretty good. Alright. How much energy's in there? Alright. So I'm going to Artisan that Dreepy to the bench. Just shuffles everything around a little bit. We're going to flip the script to draw 3. There's the crystal. And that's the double knockout. And they concede. This is like, you know, just proof. Dragapult's like the best deck in format. It's so oppressive. It's got so much they can do. There's so many different variations of it. It's hard to expect something from it at any point in time. Like, you know, no one knows that we don't play oh jeez, what's the bear? we're not playing Blood Moon Ursaluna. No one knows that we can't do over 200 damage. You know, not everybody runs the Tatsugiri. Not everybody runs the Crystal, because most people run the is this another Gardevoir deck, or is this just going to be, it has to be Gardevoir, right? Or, you know, no one knows that what ace spec, no one knows our counts, if how many candies we're playing, things like that. It's so hard just to go up against another one. Like, are you playing Munkidori or are you not playing Munkidori? I'm going to tell you straight up, though, that this go around, our opponent has a far better start than what we had. So that's unfortunate, and we're gonna have to worry about that. And again, I think we just have to let them take the first prize card if possible. So we have energy and we have Arvin in hand. So let's see if we have our TM evolution. Is TM evolution like prized every single time? That is crazy. All right, well, we can grab the Buddy Poffin regardless, and we can grab the rescue board so we have free retreat off of the Tatsugiri, so we can actually attach to the bench Dreepy. I would love to get a Duskull in play as well, but if they get aggressive, oh, they don't have... No, this might be fine. They don't have Gardevoir or any of the pieces to get into Gardevoir. So we'll put the rescue board down. Fire energy to the Dreepy. and we're going to attract customers. I might have wanted to thin the deck out a bit more before doing that. I'm trying to debate on what I want to do with this nest ball, or really any of the cards in our hands, because we're going to get item lock next turn. So I'm wondering if we just want to get another Dreepy in play. So hopefully we can start drawing out of this. We have all of our energy. We know the TM Evo's prized. Everything else seems to be here. I think we priced an Ultra Ball. He might be running 4 Ultra Ball instead of, and it looks like an Arvin. And maybe a Dreepy. It's not awful though. Yeah, like, I would love to Ultra Ball and get rid of both Rare Candy. Like, now. But and maybe that is the correct way to do it. But then we're down 2 candy, and they can pretty much assume we're... Alright, I'm gonna do it. This is probably just a really, really, really awful play. But this kinda puts us in a better spot for the next turn, because we have the Dragcloak ready. And I don't know. I really don't know. I think we prized our monkey, actually. I don't remember seeing it in there. But they're going to Morty's Conviction, so no Iono. We keep our hand. They're going to get rid of a Curlia, which is fine by me. I mean, the deck does play like 4 copies of Rescue Stretcher, or Night Stretcher, so they can get it back, no problem. But yeah, I think this was definitely the correct play. So let's go ahead and do this. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and Crispin. I'm going to go put these 2. The fire's going to go to hand, because we're actually going to attach this here. And then we'll attach this one here. We can attract customers now. Try to get a supporter going for next turn. No, we're not. And then we can get a recon directive. Earthen Vessel doesn't do much for us unless we knock out the Badoo, which we could knock out the Badoo. We might have to knock out the Badoo. Yeah, this isn't going well. So I think we have to take the first prize here, just because our hand's not stellar. But effectively, we have a Dragapult going into the next turn. So there is potential for us to just put too much aggression on them. Alright, so we're going to see the Zoroark come out, an Artisan. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to evolve into Dusknoir and just pop it, but we could still very well take out the Ralts, but I have a feeling the second Ralts is gonna... No, they're gonna get the Pheasantipity. Okay. Are we gonna see off of this, though, a second Ralts at the bench? I'd have to imagine. They've gone to, like, too many cards not to. Like, they have to have Buddy Buddy or another Nest Ball or an Ultra Ball. Just get another Ralts on the bench, because if you don't, you're gonna be falling behind. Because we can still Dusclops 50 to the Ralts, put 20 there. The only thing we have to worry about is Munkidori, essentially, because it can move the damage around. But let's throw this here. We can Artisan. What do we want to thin out of the deck? Maybe we should grab our own... let's grab the Dust Skull. because it just adds so much pressure. We can evolve into Dragapult because there's no chance of rare candying it at all. They have a lot of cards, so I think we'll just Iono here, and then we have 2 additional draws off of Dragapults. So we'll have 7 cards to work with. That's crazy. Let's grab our Dreepy. Alright, we'll just Recon Directive. We gotta hope that we can hit a single way to get into Dragapult. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's actually so bad. I think we just have to attack here now. That sucks. That really sucks. It does allow us to maybe knock out the Zoroark at some point, but that was horrible. I don't know if I even found out if there was a prize Dragapult. There could be 2 prize Dragapults because everything looked like it was in there. I don't think I paid attention to the number. I want to say it said 2, but I can't be like 100% certain on that. Oh yeah, they can move the damage off. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked at all. I think the Zoroark's stuck in the active though, which is a good thing. Oh, well, there's the Turo. So they might just leave it in the active. They would need the rescue board and the manual attached dark energy, or well, it can be any energy. The psychic would benefit them though, because then they would get another one in the discard pile. We only have 3 in there right now. Alright. I think you should attach that dark before doing anything. That would have gotten you a retreat. And if not this turn, the next turn. Because you could just have to attach a psychic to it. Maybe there's another switching option in the deck that I don't know about. They seem to be prematurely loading this up. So the main problem here is that they're never going to drop the Clefairy. I might have spoken too soon. They might drop the Clefairy. If that's the case, easy pickings. So we would want to Iono that out of their hand while simultaneously taking out any draw that they have. They put too much on the Drifloon now. Before it was actually at a good point, now it's at a bad point. I don't know why they did that. Alright, we're gonna Recon Directive first. There we go. Yeah, because now Drifloon is just an easy knockout. We got 2 Psychic in there, so that would be the retreat. We want to Iono them, so they don't have it in hand anymore. I think they might be trying to do a Munkidori play, but I don't think that really works for them. I guess we'll attach here. But yeah, we're gonna Iono. I would like to just remove the Tatsugiri in general, but this is fine. Alright, let's see what we can get off the Recon Directive, because we might just Ultra Ball it away, unless it's... Yeah, we can Ultra Ball that away, we don't need that. What's more important for us, Arven or Iono? Alright, we'll get rid of Iono. I want to get this going. If they get the prize lead, this could be good. But that just gets us another attack. So we can always Arven for it if we need it. Do I take the 3 prizes though? I'm gonna go for it just because it gets rid of so much draw power on their end. And then that's less damage that they can move around onto my board. It's giving them access to another card. And they have access to Fez regardless, because we're going to take a knockout on something. So honestly, I think we evolve into this just now. And then... I don't know if I Artisan and grab our Monkey. They just are going to effectively start knocking us out. I don't know if that's something that we do. So we're just going to leave it. And then we'll hope for the best. So Phantom Dive for the knockout and then double knockout. And then we're not going to put damage anywhere else because the monkey can just move it. So we'll just overkill it. We just gotta take 1 knockout. We have a whole nother Dragapult in play. If they put the Clefairy into play, we can attempt to pull it up. So... See, I don't know why you wouldn't have... Well, you probably didn't have it because I Ono'd you into it. But I don't know. We did lose our boss to the bottom of the deck, which is unfortunate. Looks like they might be trying to get that Zoroark going again. Not a bad idea. They can retaliate with a 3 prize turn, which knocking out my Tatsugiri would actually kind of suck. This is where getting rid of both rare candies earlier just really backfired. I knew this would like come into play where we're gonna need it for the Dusclops. I don't know if they understand. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know if they understand what they're doing here. They gave it more health. Got it. Yep, there goes our Tatsugiri, so there goes any hope of drawing a supporter. So that sucks. I don't think there's a way we can take multiple prizes anyways. So maybe I should have put the 10 damage there. You know, it happens. I was just like, we don't want this to move damage around. It can still move damage around because it can accelerate energy. Stupid. I'm stupid. Alright. They did tie it up though, so they don't have access to... I don't know what I was trying to say. Oh, they don't have access to their counter catcher. They can't counter catcher now. Alright, so let's do that. We'll grab Monkey just because it thins everything out a bit. That also rearranges the deck, which is nice. Do we recon directive? I'm gonna grab the Defiance Band. There is a chance we are able to use it. Maybe I should have done this first. It doesn't matter. I forgot we're playing 2 bosses orders. How many times did they Iono us? 3. They could do it again. We already have a boss's orders in hand, so we'll leave boss in the deck. Well, it's going to the bottom. It doesn't matter. There's no energy to attack, so we're just going to pass and hope that they don't have some kind of boss option. Gust effect. Not sure what we're going to see. Again, they are tied up, so counter catchers are inactive, which we haven't seen any at all. Duskull is actually a liability here. Because we couldn't evolve and then do damage and then get the knockout. We effectively get pinged twice with Munkidori, and that's not good. But they're going to put it on Dragapult. Interesting. And there's... just like the last game. Are we playing the same opponent? Like, I honestly haven't paid attention, but are we playing the same opponent? That's exactly the lineup of Iono that they had. Alright. We might be playing the same opponent. I don't know. If you knock us out, you give us Fez. You aren't going to knock us out. Okay. So that's game. Because they didn't knock us out. Oh no, is that what we prized? Is that what we prized? Oh no. Oh, it's in there. Okay. We'll thin, though. We'll thin out the deck. Oh, man. I didn't realize that. That's so awful. There is 2 outs to it, but we have to get the rescue stretcher, the night stretcher. Arvin or night stretcher gets us there. Ah! Why? Ugh. We pass. Oh, it's so infuriating. We could have done it. We could have done it. And instead, they got another chance to just fix their mistake of not knocking us out. Because if they knock us out, we can't Duskull. They have game, as long as they knock us out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, now you see that. Not enough damage to knock us out, though. Okay. Do we super rod it back into the deck and just hope we can get it? Like... I'm just gonna recon directive and hope that we hit it. Oh my god. I genuinely don't know what's going on at this point. Okay. This gets us there? Yes, it does. If we had a way to evolve. No, it does get us because we can move the 30 and pull it up. Yeah, alright. This was like the most awkward game of literally all time. I genuinely don't know why they didn't knock us out. It literally got them there. But I'll take it. Whatever. That was such a stupid ending. It's so like a climactic. Like, they had the win. They just should have attacked and they would have been fine. They went through all the effort to make sure I couldn't KO the Clefairy and then just was like, meh. Okay. We had no business winning that game. I just want to throw it out there. But, you know, people misplay. I misplay. It's whatever. But, alright. Looks like we got a Hopstation art. That's pretty cool. We got a Gold Night Stretcher. And in our pack, we're going to get nothing really of value. But, hey. I can't complain about free cards. Maybe we'll try doing Hopsation or something when we have another copy of it. And yeah, if we can make it all the way to the end, it looks like we'll have some nice arts and stuff for our brand new account too. So that's awesome. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks for watching me play with Dragapult. And I'll see you guys in the next one.